Okay, we were back. This is episode 86, and you may miss a voice on it, but you'll have to decide which one of us is missing.
Oh yes, and it's definitely not me.
No,
unless I'm AI generated.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we talked about all the sides of AI,
mhm.
and a comical mix-up between me and John in the research for the podcast.
Today we have a hilarious story that combines two vastly different fields. Will we actually say the two things?
Yeah, because we always had that going.
So we discussed. We decided me and Bertie would talk about AI today. So actually, and we're going to say we were talking about AI.
Yeah.
But me and Bertie definitely had our different stories to tell, and it did not work out. It's quite hilarious, actually. So it is worth to listen to find out what AI Bertie meant and what AI I meant.
Are you going to read out what AI said?
I don't think we can, because I think people are going to have to listen to it. I think that'll give it away. I think it's absolutely hilarious.
So, because we're talking about AI, we're going to let it pick the name of the podcast.
It was a wild ride. But so we used AI to pick the name of this podcast, and what we called it was...
So this is episode 86. Neither of us picked this. This is
No.
AI generated.
So we're calling the podcast Futuristic Fertilisation Follies.
That's episode 86.
And that will be explained very soon. Hang on, record.
I've already pressed record.
Okay. And we're back.
Okay, edit that bit out.
Yeah, right.
Now, what's your favourite bit, John?
I love that song. The song that was on a second ago. Absolutely love it.
If only that were true. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 86.
86, wow.
We're back old school on me and John. Like it was in the beginning because Scotty's off. What's he doing? Oh, Debs.
Gigging
in a Debs.
His second life.
Debs season, so he's busy tonight. Who has a Debs on a Monday night?
Don't know. Kids, I'd imagine.
It's obviously cheaper to have one on a Monday night. That's what we are.
Yeah.
I hope you all listened to episode 85, Foggy Balls. You were missing that.
I was missing, but I listened to it. Great. You guys know a lot about soccer.
We know loose facts about soccer.
But no. I think
we half remember a lot of stuff.
You've named full teams and years and dates of births of many players.
Yeah, me and Scotty talked all about World Cups past and all the way up to the last World Cup there just before Christmas and the current affairs of the Irish football team. But anywhere you see the podcast, make sure you rate, like, share, follow and subscribe. Wherever you may say it, email us, DM us. You don't know yet, John, but we now have a Facebook page.
Do we?
Yeah, I set up a Facebook page there because for some strange reason, Instagram won't let me schedule reels or post anymore.
Strange.
It said you can only do it through Facebook. So I was trying to figure it out and they said I needed to link a Facebook.
That's ridiculous.
So I set up a Facebook.
Yeah.
But I was watching a webinar from Acast and they said be on as many social medias as possible.
Okay.
So I think we have them all now.
Throw enough stones, you're bound to hit something.
Exactly. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. There's probably ones we're missing. But we'll go with that.
Bumble.
Well, Scotty tried Tinder and I think he got thrown off.
Oh yeah. Remember that.
So let me not.
Yeah. Go back to episodes, 16, 17 to learn about her?
Yeah, when we've done OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And now, so... Well, Scotty's not here to ask us about our weekend.
How was your weekend, Bertie?
It actually flew by in a blink of an eye. It was just one of those weekends where you're constantly doing stuff. So on Friday night was down in Offaly training. Sunday morning clients. Vaccinated the lambs. Went to play soccer. I was out in P. Clark's at a going away party. One of Sarah's friends going to Australia. Sunday morning had to go up and pick up the food and Maynooth for the bus. Then I had to go to Tullamore to meet the bus.
Jesus.
Then we went down to Baltinglass for the game. Then we went back to Tullamore. We had food in the court. And then we came home. So I think I was home like at 7:30, 8 o'clock.
That's like a special pizza weekend.
Oh, yeah.
A mix of everything.
Oh, it was just went too fast.
Do you have any minute to yourself?
Only Sunday night for the last like 2 hours before I went to bed.
Jesus.
From like 9 to 11. But yeah, it was all go. Unfortunately, we didn't win on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're in a relegation playoff now with the ladies. They've had a very good first half, but you only scored 2 points in the second half. You're not really going to win a game with that.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll beat Longford on I think it's the 9th of July in the relegation playoff.
Oh, what's the chances?
Good enough. We'll get 5 good sessions in now, and we'll see how we fare out.
Your team did well, the lads.
The lads out there in the Talisman Cup final then on, I think it's the 15th of July.
Right.
But it's going to be on the same day as one of the All-Ireland semi-finals.
Right.
So like if Dublin make the semi-final...
Mayo and someone else.
Yeah, it's going to be nearly impossible to get a ticket. Imagine Dublin is the other game on. I mean, Dublin can sell out Croke Park themselves.
Yeah.
And say they might be playing, I don't know, Mayo or Kerry or whoever. And tickets are going to be so hard to get because that's actually an All-Ireland semi-final.
Right.
So...
And is that like I've never bought tickets for a GA game like that? Like, is it like Ticketmaster? You have to be up early in the morning and like
yeah, I think you just go on
the
sale.
website.
Yeah, and probably go get them because usually for games, they're you just go into like you can get them in Centra, you can get them online or whatever. But I think this for big games like that, they probably do actually have like they're on sale now or whatever. But we'll see whether we get to go to or not because it's been a long time since the Meath lads were in the final. We've been there, of course, the ladies the last few years in all our finals, but nice to see the lads doing something since last thing final they were in Leinster final last thing they won was in 2010. But I actually scored a first goal for the over 35 since starting that.
Good work, Bert.
Yeah, unfortunately we got bet, but it was a nice goal, edge of the box over the keeper.
Nice.
Yeah, I ran.
Did you mean to do it?
Oh, I did, yeah. So the centre half, Dave, I think he won the ball and he passed the ball into Tim, centre forward, and Tim was holding it up. And I was left back, and I was between like the halfway and my own box, and I just seen the gap opening up. I said, I'm running into that.
Go for it.
I'm running into that. And so I started running, and I started like screaming Tim's name. And in fairness, Tim didn't even look; he just played into space. And I remember running, and thinking, "Oh, that's too far ahead. I'm not making that." But then you're running, and I got the first touch, and I just said the first touch has to bring me towards the goals, and it did. And then I see the defender coming in across. And I said, far corner, just get it up and get a bit of a dip on it. And I did. And the goalkeeper was like backpedaling and didn't get his fingers to it. And,
man.
So it's a pity that it's always nice to score. But
and how did you celebrate?
Just a little bit of because we're getting bet. So
yeah,
So
you didn't really give your ego too much of a boost, like.
No. It was.
I scored in a 5-a-side on Sunday, and you'd swear I won the World Cup.
Full on jersey.
Jesus! Ran the full length of the pitch, hands up in the air, high fived a couple of 6-year-olds. It's class.
Did you go hard in on the 6-year-olds?
Yeah.
Full on sliding.
Yeah, absolutely dragged them. Yeah,
it's the only way to learn. That was your weekend, though. You were in.
I was in Centre Park for the weekend.
So that's the topic. So what was next on your list? Because Scotty usually has the running order. Because your weekend is now the topic.
Oh, is it? I thought the topic was AI.
Oh, I thought we were talking about you being in...
Oh, we can do that too.
Okay, so, right, well, we'll do that then. So we talk about your weekend, but not as a topic, and then we can go talk about AI.
Okay, cool. Well, I went down to Centre Parks. The family of us went down, 20 of us.
Oh.
When it was great. So it was a big family trip. But went down on a Friday, because that's the only time you can go down. The way Centre Parks works, it's Friday to Monday, or Monday to Friday. You can't go down like Thursday to Saturday.
Oh, so it's Friday to Monday, like the weekend.
Yeah.
And then Monday to Friday.
Yeah, it's the way it works.
Is the week.
So everybody's
so
arriving.
So what, like 3 days or 5 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody arrives at once, and that's it. Once you arrive,
everyone for themselves.
Basically,
running together.
Like all the security checkpoints and everything like that are closed, like so you can't go in and out. It's almost like a prison.
So when you're in, you're in.
Yeah. So like your friend can't arrive at Saturday morning. You know, you come in at Friday and that's it.
Oh.
So everybody arrives at Friday evening and gets settled. And then you go up and you park your car. You unload your car basically. And then you have to drive your car back to the car park before 9 p.m. And that's it. You can't drive your car for the whole weekend then. You have a bicycle only.
Sounds like prison camp, John.
It seems a bit weird actually. There was people dressed in uniforms and everything. But it was very good, like as in it was great because
spoken German accents.
Yeah. Kept on having to work. Disaster. Built the new rail line from Longford to Cork. But we did it great. It was great now. My arms are killing me.
All the little 6-year-olds.
But at least he got the cycle down. And then we got the train back. It was amazing because it was like the fruits of our labour. We were the first ones to ride the train back. I know, but no, it was good now, and you just had to cycle around and stuff like that. But great crack.
And did you book loads of? You have to go online, and as you were saying, the tickets for like Crow Park. Do you have to go on at a certain time as well and book all your activities?
Yeah, technically you should. Like in the weeks beforehand, you book your activities, not just on the day. You'll never get anything. But we actually didn't. It was our first time there, and we were there because we were there with the whole family. So we actually had lots of things doing with the family anyway, like drinking. But I didn't really book any activities this weekend. What we did was we kind of sussed it out.
Yeah.
We cycled around looking at where places were, and then we said, sure, we'll go again, and then we planned the activities.
Oh, like just you're close.
Yeah, so our family, so this weekend was kind of like a recce.
Yeah, how many is it? 20 is it?
20. 11 adults, 9 kids. 10 adults and 9 kids.
So because you were going down to like celebrate, it was your dad's birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's 80.
80. 80.
80.
Yeah, remember when we did episode 80?
Oh, yeah, so long ago.
Lost my train of thought there now.
But
very good.
You're talking about 80.
Because you went down for an 80th, then really you had all your own. You were going down for that. You weren't really going for the.
Yeah, no, it was all centered around like bringing the father out for dinner
and there's restaurants and all there.
Yeah.
But there's only like one restaurant because you're obviously the only option.
3 restaurants actually. There's an Italian restaurant. There's a pancake restaurant.
It's like 300 acres or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge, but it's in the forest. Like it's pretty cool. Like it's a forest. It's not like they have houses and they put trees around. It's an actual
the forest was there first.
Yeah, and so you could be out going for a quick cycle at 11 o'clock at night. Yeah. And the weather was amazing.
Cycling is obviously free.
Cycling,
is the pool. I think
pool is free. Cycling's free, obviously because it's your own bike. You can do what you want with it. You cycle around. Nothing else.
It's all designated tracks and stuff.
Yeah.
But then is like archery and activities included in your price?
No.
Or are they all extra?
You have to pay extra for all activities then.
So whatever you book is going to be extra?
Yeah. Yeah, so like 30 quid say for the archery or 50 quid for the zip line going across the lake.
That'd turn out very dear though for a week, would it?
It would do if you had like a family of 5.
But you'd actually want to go there and make sure you book out everything in order to get the value for your money then. But that's obviously costing more.
That would cost more, yeah. So like,
but you can still go there and just cycle and go to pool.
Yeah, which is literally what we did.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't book any activities whatsoever. Now, I drank. Like, I went to the Mead match. We watched the Mead match, and they have a sports bar with a TV like twice the size of the wall here.
Yeah.
And so we went into the pub and watched the Mead match, and pints were like 7 quid each. So we just had a few drinks. So we kind of spent the money now on food and drink.
Not that you have to give a price or anything, but like if you're going for a weekend in Central Parks for a family, so you're 2 adults and 2 kids, are you talking about like $2,000 for a weekend?
It depends on the time of the year. Yeah, this weekend you're talking around 1,500. But that would be max.
Book all your stuff on top of that.
And then you have to book your top. But if you went, say, in December or November, you're talking 600.
Don't they have like a Halloween experience and Christmas experience or something like that?
Didn't hear about that one now, no. But I'd imagine like at Christmas time they have Christmas land.
I think Liz said that because she's been there a few times.
Yeah, but at Christmas time, I priced November and it was 600. So there's a big difference.
Oh yeah. Well, everything's like that.
But this weekend was stunning. Like the sun was shining, and it was bright up to like 11. Like in nighttime, obviously, it'd be dark at 5. Yeah. So you don't get the max time.
That's true because you're obviously not going to be cycling at 6 or 7 at night.
No, it's still bright. Like as in, if the whole roads are all lit up, so it's still grand. But yeah, we definitely got the money's worth out of the longer days because we had barbecues all the way up to 10, 11, and then we were just sitting outside. And
are you all in like 2 or 3? Is it chalets or cabins? Or?
We were in lodges. They're called. Yeah, so 3-bedroom lodges.
Oh,
yeah, pretty cool.
And did you see the thing about like there's 26 convenient locations around Europe?
Oh, the Centre Parks, yeah,
and
loads in the UK.
I seen a TikTok, and it was cheaper for people to go from England and fly to Belgium. They're all different now. I don't think they're all the same size, or I think some are smaller.
I think they're the same size, but they all have the same structure. As in that lodge that you see in
It's not
Ireland.
like the Aldi's and Lidl's. You're not going to be planted in the middle of Belgium and think this looks exactly like Longford.
I think they would do.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because all the lodges are the same.
Oh, are they?
Like when you walk into the house, there's a TV screen with all explains about Central Parks and it shows everywhere.
Yeah.
And literally every lodge is the
Central
same.
Park.
Central, yeah. Musgrave Park. But every lodge is the same, and the only thing that's different is probably like the trees, different types of trees from each country.
And how did you find the bike?
It was just inside the house.
Oh yeah, but like actually cycling because you have to buy your bike.
It was good. I suppose
Because
I probably would have like I got a racing bike.
Yeah,
So I bought the racing bike down. Ours wasn't too comfy.
No, but I said you needed the pads.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go put on pads if I want to go down and get some milk.
No, that's true. Okay, fair enough.
So,
But then you're not on it that long to get a sore arse.
you could be on it for 20 minutes.
Cycling to the shop.
Yeah. Or down to the swimming pool.
All right. Okay.
You know, or look, I got up at 7 o'clock some mornings and went for a quick cycle. This is a lovely place to cycle
did your
around.
bike have the real thin road tires, or
Yeah,
did you say
really
you got the
thin.
gravel tires?
No, really thin.
Oh yeah, so that's not
So,
great for like.
It rained one
dirty
night,
tracks.
so I kind of worried about. I don't know how slippy they were, but it rained one night and I was cycling and I was going around bends. But it kind of held its own now that
Yeah.
tires did.
And you managed to pump it up even though you went to do that last minute before you left on Friday.
Yes. I actually didn't get to pump it up. Oh, that's good. Thanks for reminding me. I need to give you that back. No, when I got down there, basically, there's cycle centre there and they pumped it for me.
So you didn't even need the yoke.
I didn't need it in the end.
Alright.
Because I
And
tried pumping it here. It wasn't working.
Did you have a pump?
I
Did
had
you put
pump
that
and everything like that. I was here before I went.
Yeah, but the
pumping.
valve, it's a little bit, you have to unscrew.
Unscrew. I don't think I did that.
Alright, so then the air wasn't going in
No.
there. So the attachment is no good if you don't unscrew the bit on the valve.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then,
I know that now.
but it's actually good that they actually have like a bike station or whatever
Yeah.
or all those bits.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people are going there in order to do the cycle tracks and to do the cycling. And you said like things aren't all that close, so you're probably cycling to things. So one of the main things probably to bring is a bike.
Oh, you can't go without a bike.
So then,
Wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, so at least they have like obviously they probably have tubes and puncture repair things.
Oh, they've everything there. Yeah, they're full. Even a bicycle shop where you can buy helmets and
You can rent bikes then.
rent bikes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like
so
we
that's
rented
pretty
one
good.
bike with a trailer, so we could bring Marcus, the young lad, around. He's only
Oh,
4.
Yeah.
So, yes, and then me and Isabel, who's 8, we just had a bike each day. So we cycled that around. But it was great. Like there's deer in the road and everything like that. Deer dancing around the
It's
place.
a great experience though for the kids.
They loved it now, yeah.
And you're planning on going back then again.
Definitely. And I don't enjoy much stuff. Yeah. I don't like things. But I'm going back again.
Old man green.
Yeah.
Grumpy old man
Yeah,
green.
And that costs money I don't like to do.
I like free things.
Yeah.
That's good. That you enjoy your weekend. And did you got on the bike? Because I have texted you the last 2 Thursdays to go cycling.
But
Because there's been a hurling game on, and I don't finish with clients till 7:30.
Yeah.
So I couldn't make the games. So I had no training. I said, I'll go on the cycle. Like.
Yeah. But that's different, you see. I don't cycle unless it's for a purpose. So with Central Parks, I was on the way to something.
Yeah.
And I stopped it somewhere. I just don't see a point in cycling in a circle and
Well, we
going
could
back
have
to your
fun.
house. What kind of fun?
We could like go and chat.
Can we stop
and-
somewhere like in a pub
Yeah.
and have a pint of Guinness?
Yeah. We seen
Then he
someone
should have said that.
in Baltinglass and he has obviously cycled. He was on a cycle. He was in the full gear and all. He's outside the Chippers eating pizza.
Legend.
You see? That's that's what
My
cycling's
hero.
for, you know? We could cycle over to Believer and you can have a pint of McLaughlin's and then we can cycle home.
Deal, we'll do that.
There you go.
Okay, do I need a helmet?
You probably do for
I'll have to buy one. Give me some advice then on helmets.
You didn't have a helmet down in Central Parks?
No,
Oh.
nothing. Literally, I cycle around in what you see here, trousers and t-shirt.
Well, at least you had trousers on.
Well, I changed. I'm not wearing. I'm
So
wearing this.
I think
all
I've
the
said
time.
it out before, but like if you are going cycling, one of the main things is when using the bike is to try and get like you can get shorts with a pad in them, they're fine, but the bib is priceless.
The bib. What's the bib?
So the bib it comes up over your shoulders because as you're cycling, if you're cycling maybe for an hour and a bit, the shorts kind of always like go down,
Okay.
and then you've got
And
like
you've
the
your
builder
bum, right.
yeah, where the bib comes up over your waist, and because it's up over your shoulders, it doesn't like work its way down as you're cycling,
Yeah.
and it has a pad in it.
Okay.
We're going to do the Waterford Greenway on Thursday.
Okay. You and Sarah.
Yeah, so that's 90 kilometres. It's 45 from Dungarvan to Waterford, and then go back.
And have you got a hybrid bike,
And
or is that on a racing bike?
I have a racing bike, but with gravel tyres.
Right. Okay.
So just because especially on the roads, the back roads, and if you want to go down by the canal or even do greenways, sometimes they're gravelly. You're better off with the slightly thicker tires.
Yeah. Well, I'm selling that bike now.
You just got it for centre parks.
Yeah.
Don't sell the bike to it.
I am selling. I'm going to get a profit from that. I'll buy another one.
Yeah. Wheeler dealer.
Yeah.
Bikes.
It's like 60 quid for that.
You'll get into it because it's easier than running, and you get more places, and it's more interesting, and it's better for your joints because we are now heading for 40. So you don't want to be going out and pound the pavement and pound the road. Yeah. All your knees and your hips won't like it.
Will bicycle get rid of me belly?
Yeah.
Cycling will get rid of a dad belly.
Like I went for a cycle. I'd done 23 kilometers last Thursday night, and 600 and something calories. You wouldn't burn that running.
And you're going up the hills and stuff.
It depends. So, like, you can pick your track. So, if you feel like you want to do a couple of hills, like, you know the roads you're going around home. It's different if you're like that going down the country or whatever for cycling. But you know the road. So, there's one that's slightly flatter that I go around. There's one that's a nice hill. If I go over by maybe Kill School, there's a big hill up there. There's a couple around Longwood. And you just manage to make your own little tracks around. So, like, if you want to go for maybe a 23, 24 kilometre, you pick that. Like, I went up to Killeen, around by Cloneycarvan into Beliver and back.
How many kilometres is that?
That's 22 kilometres.
22?
Yeah. And then if I go in up by Castle Rickard, close to Clonard, out to far side of Longwood, and come back into Longwood, that's 30 kilometres. And then I can also go down by Cullentra and come back to Bog Road. And I think that's 38 kilometres.
Jesus.
So you have all your different variations. But
you're talking me out of it.
But you say, like, people, I found that the same. So the very first cycle I went on was 15 kilometres. And I had the wrong clothes on. I had just training clothes from GA. And I nearly died with the sweat. And I nearly died because it was so hard because of 15 kilometres. But when you get the right gear and you learn about the gears in your bike and all that, 30 kilometres is actually just a doddle on the bike. That's where you get to, like. And I mean, I hadn't cycled since August last year. And I was still able to go out and I managed to do 23 kilometres. So once you're on it, like. Just move on then, because I'm sure Scotty will put that sound there.
Yeah, he will.
But I want to talk about Ollie, right? Ollie Vlogs, right? His name isn't Ollie Vlogs, I don't think. I think it's like Ollie Vlogs. So Ollie does vlogging.
Okay.
So I think that's what it's called, Ollie Vlogs.
His alias.
Yeah, I can't remember his actual proper name. But he's a contractor in England. And he's a YouTuber. And he's a farmer YouTuber, like. And he has loads of videos up with different things about farming and contracting and tractors and stuff. But one of the big things he talks about is like mental health. And he done a charity event and he drove a combine from John O'Groats in northern Scotland down to Land's End.
And is that like very tip of Scotland, is it?
Yeah. So me and Sarah were actually there a couple of years ago because that's somewhere I actually wanted to go to. Because we done Millenhead and Mizenhead and visited both of them in Ireland. So it'd be great now to go to John O'Groats, which is the most northern point on the mainland of Scotland, and then Land's End is down the very tip of England, and he drove a combine,
like the very, very bottom of England.
Yeah, so I think it's
near France.
Yeah, well, no, so France is the bottom of London, but England is at an angle.
Oh yeah, so it's even.
So the tip that's down here that would be close.
Jeez,
to
that is a long one.
Yeah. So Land's End is down there because that's more southerly than say London or where the Channel Tunnel is, because of the angle of it or whatever. So he drove a combine down. But the thing I liked about most is because he was talking about farmers, but it's mental health in general. Because farmers spend a lot of their time alone. Whether you're out in a tractor, some of them don't have employees or whatever, depending on the size of the farm and everything. Yeah. So they're just saying how important it is to talk. But the main thing I'm after doing, and I've started doing it since I watched his YouTube video, is when you ask someone, the only way you'll always say, "Oh, how are you?" whatever. People say, "Oh yeah, I'm grand." To follow that up with, like, ask them what their percentage is.
Right.
So his whole thing is hashtag answer as a percentage. And I think that is such a great thing. So, like, if you're talking to someone, and I've done it with a couple of players now, say, "Oh, how are you today?" And say, "Oh, I'm alright." I say, "Oh, but what percent?" And they're like, "Oh, what do you mean?" Like, and, you know, they might think it's an injury. No, just yourself, and how are you? Yeah. And, you know, if someone maybe is saying, "Oh, I'm only in around 30 or 40% today."
Would be chances that be low.
Yeah, and then you can ask them, "Oh, well, what is it?" You know, is it just that you're tired? Something happened, and then that just opens up.
It opens up. It's very good. Yeah, because most lads will say, "I'm grand."
Yeah, exactly. But then when you ask the follow-up question, which most people kind of don't expect or whatever, the follow-up question makes you really think then and say, "Oh yeah, well, what percent am I?" And then, granted, you could be 90%, and, you know, you could be grand, just a bit tired or whatever, and feeling grand. But then, as I said, if you say then you're around 30, and if you keep asking that question and answering in percent, then on the day that someone says they're 30 or 40, like, oh, they're not usually like that, you know? And then you can ask them like that, oh, why is it so low or whatever. I think that's a great thing. I just wanted to talk about that. So, because,
and is he doing it as you speak?
No, the trip is over. I think he done it there at the start of June.
Okay.
And he was raising money for 2 charities. I can't remember the other one, but one was mental health, alright, because he actually, I think he had 1 or 2 friends that committed suicide.
God bless him, yeah.
And then, like, as people were contacting him and everything, loads of people knew different people in. Now, this is just because the farming side, but obviously there's people outside of that as well that suffer from mental illness too. But like, loads of people said, oh yeah, such and such, and he was always on his own or whatever. It's just farming, and nobody checked in on him or anything. Like.
Yeah.
So it's just important. It's just to open up the conversation about how you are and how you're feeling.
Ask the percentage of people.
Yeah. So if someone says like, "Oh, how are you?" and you say they're grand, then the other person should always answer back, "Oh, what is the percentage?"
Yeah.
Or make sure you get an answer in the percentage. And I just think it's
interesting. Yeah. Let's all use it.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, and I think it might help. And then you might just find that one person that comes across and would say they're grand, but then, as I said, the percentage is 30 or whatever, and then it just leads on to the follow-on question.
Or they'll say like 5% or something.
And they might open up then, and you might just get someone talking, and might just put them on a different path as well on that particular day.
Good stuff. That's fair play to him.
Yeah. So next thing is the topic.
Okay.
So you want to talk about AI?
AI, yeah, because I've big interest in AI because I think it's obviously going to like spiral into this thing where we can't control it, but it's going to be taking over Earth, and it can do nearly everything that we can do in the sense of robotics and controlling ordering systems and all that kind of stuff. Like, we're using AI already now, like, as in, if you watch Netflix, and it's and Netflix tells you what you'd like.
I think we're on different pages, John.
Why? Did you Google animals in something else? Was it?
No, I done different research.
That's okay. We can do both different research.
I done research on artificial insemination.
Oh, Jesus, Bertie. Okay, well, I'd like to hear about that.
So you said AI earlier on.
I was wondering why you're talking about farm animals.
You never opened up. That's just that when I seen AI, I thought artificial insemination.
So when I say AI, even though it's the biggest thing people are talking about at the moment on telly, you think of artificial insemination.
Yeah, insemination.
I should have sent a few links.
So yeah, well.
Okay, well look, you talk about artificial insemination.
Well, I don't know a whole lot.
You did send me a text. It makes total sense now.
Yeah,
because you were going on about how to keep a bull and how to get better genetics, and I was going, yeah, that's exactly what AI can do. I literally said stop talking because I want to hear it in the podcast.
Okay, so
we're going to stick with your topic, and we'll talk about AI when Scotty's back.
No, it's okay because I don't know much about it. It's just that it's a kind of interesting thing because some bulls are obviously very dangerous.
I did not expect this conversation tonight.
And people can say, but that bull is grand and timid or whatever. It's a lot like loads of animals. People say, oh no, that like dog would never do that, or that animal would never do that. But like, you never know when they're going to snap for whatever reason. And another YouTube farmer we farm, and he doesn't keep a bull in his farm because he had a bull for years, and the bull ended up attacking him and like throwing him into a ditch.
Bulls are dicks.
And he had to try and crawl away. So you never know what kind of snaps, because at the end of the day, they're all animals. And it's the same when like a ewe has a lamb and a cow has a calf. They'll be very protective. And like, that cow might never be really docile the rest of the year, but when they have a calf, their whole protection thing comes in. And they'll pin the farm up against the wall if farmer tries to go near a calf.
But do you not think like having the masculinity of a bull in a field kind of creates like some kind of atmosphere within the field? Or
yeah, well, I suppose there's good things and bad things maybe about both, but like Anna said, I don't have cows or whatever. But I know that when you're getting the AI man out, I guess, or the AI person out, that's steer, so that's straws. And I'm not sure on the percentage of how well it works, but obviously if a bull is in a field, he'd keep servicing the cows as long as they keep coming into heat.
Yeah.
Where with the AI person that comes, that's just one shot in.
Keep on hearing you calling it AI.
And the tube.
Yeah.
And it's just one shot in, and it might work.
Yeah.
And I think like, I don't know how much it is. It's like €100 or €200 go, I think. Jesus. As far as I know. So farmers obviously bring that in. But then, as I said, with the genetics thing, from what I see, is that you can pick like a different kind of bull.
Yeah.
In order to have a different kind of cow, depending on what cow you want to calve or what way your system works.
So on the other side of that, like if you had a really good, strong bull with good genetics, you could sell.
Oh yeah, bulls are massive money. And like you'd obviously sell his offspring really well.
Yeah.
But then it's another animal on the farm, another dangerous animal on the farm. Then you have to put up all signs about bulls and stuff like that. People walking through fields and things.
I love those signs. You ever see those signs they put out the field? Like, you better be able to run across this field in 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
But the bull can do it in 9.
Yeah.
I thought them signs are hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah. There's some good ones, and I think on Clarkson's farm as well, when they got the bull in, because they obviously tried it with, if anybody watched season 2 of it, they had a cow Pepper, and they tried AI with Pepper twice.
Right.
Didn't work. So then they got a bull in. Now they got a lendable bull, so you can rent bulls out as well. It all depends on kind of your own system. It's not so much the same with sheep, because obviously our ram is a lot smaller and stuff. Now some of the Texas rams I think are fairly, wild as well, but the lad we have at home now is not too bad. But they're obviously easier to handle. You think of a bull and a ram, like the bulls are huge, big, muscular, and like some of them could weigh 900 kilos, 1,000 kilos, and even if they're running at you in 9 seconds across that field, you don't want to be in their way, like. But I think some of the things to do with sheep then
is AI in sheep as well.
Yeah. So sometimes you can have like a commercial flock of cheaper ewes.
Right.
Now it's different AI because you're getting like. It's not just the straw and the shoot; it's the egg and the straw.
It's the motion of the ocean.
So,
basically.
So you can put in. So say if you have like a cheap commercial ewe, and you can get like a purebred, like fancy breed, and have one of those lambs, which you sell off more.
Right.
But you wouldn't actually have to buy that breed of ewe, which is expensive. So the Valley Black Nose are really expensive. So you can sell one of those ewes for maybe I think like €1,000-1,200.
Right.
They're one of the most expensive sheep.
Jesus.
But you could have one of those lambs of like a commercial cheap ewe. So that's the way I've seen it. In now, obviously, I'm no expert. I'm just looking at videos and stuff like that. So I don't know the finer details. But I think in sheep and all, if you're going to do something like that, I think that's what to do. They don't actually do AI just so that you don't have a ram, because a ram isn't as big as a investment in that as a bull would be.
Right, and so you have Gandalf.
Yeah.
So technically, would you think of getting rid of Gandalf and going down the AI route?
Not unless you were going, because like Easy Care ewes are kind of a cheaper commercial flock anyway. Now, unless you were going to do what I seen, I think it was near to the ground. It's a lady, I think in Donegal, and that's what she does. She has the cheaper ewes, and she gets like. Is it the embryo with the egg and the... Yeah, and then... So basically she has her commercial ewes in her oven.
Yeah.
And she is producing purebred Valley Black Nose sheep, which are the really expensive sheep, like the cheap ewes. And that's how she's making her money.
This topic made a hard turn. Honestly, I am lost. I've been lost since we started talking about this. But it's quite interesting.
Yeah, I think it's an AI place over in Racour, I think.
Right, okay.
And they do testing and all that and stuff, I think. But no, it's just a straw.
So when I tell you we're using AI in work and all that kind of stuff, you don't think we're using artificial intelligence. You think we're going down
it depends
around work, artificially inseminating things.
It depends what context you're using it, like. Because you just said AI, you never said anything else.
I'm never going to think of AI the same, honestly.
So
my boss is going to be like, we're going to use AI on our customers tomorrow morning, lads. I'm like, what?
So do you want to talk about the AI that you want to talk about?
Not necessarily now, no.
Scotty's going to love listening to this
podcast. Jesus. No, the AI is such a large topic. I think the AI of your generation there now, or whatever it is.
Your generation. I think it's one of those things, right? So it depends on what environment you're in.
Yeah.
So because of your business, AI means different thing to you.
Yeah.
Just from the videos I watch and stuff, AI obviously cropped up.
Because you like, and this is a crossover with AI and AI. Because you Google your AI and you talk about sheep and animals, what Google ads come up on what kind of Google ads come up on your phone?
Well, I get a lot of things from like co-ops.
Right.
And like when wheelbarrows go on sale, and
it's interesting, isn't it?
And Mormon doses.
But that's AI. That's what that is.
Is that what your cookies are?
That's what your cookies are, and the AI is telling you what you like. Yeah. Like I think I was googling solar panels once, and I'd just been hounded by solar panels. But that's remarketing by solar panel companies. But AI is the one that's generating all that content.
Yeah, so when you go on, you Google anything, then your phone or the internet, whatever you're on, obviously curtails things in whatever they think you're going to like.
Yeah, and your phone does listen to you.
Yeah,
it does.
Well, it's the same with Facebook. Like you'd say, I don't know, a fly swatter.
Yeah.
And because you have loads of flies in the summer. And then you'd be scrolling down through Instagram and Facebook, and there'll be a fly swatting fucking sale in the fly swatting store. And like get 10% off your first fly swatter.
Now we're going to see fucking fly swatting ads on our phones, Bertie.
Yeah. But you have a thingy that listens anyway. You don't have Google, is it? No.
Yeah, Google Home. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's over in the window there. He definitely listens.
That's what Mom has at home. Yeah. So, what was it that someone ordered? Did they automatically order something? I know the Tesla can order self tires and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think someone got a delivery of something. Was it like a T-shirt they were talking about or something? And Google was listening, and then ended up ordering it off Amazon.
Because I know Amazon can do that. Alexa does that.
Oh, that's what I meant.
You can say, Alexa, order me a new pair of Nike runners, and it'll order them for you.
Yeah, so I can't remember seeing something on TikTok, and they were talking about the same thing. I think it was they had a party in the house or something. And then, like 2 days later, this T-shirt came, and they were wondering what the T-shirt was. Right.
Okay. But I use Google all the time. I always talk to Google. I come down in the morning time and I talk to Google. I'll be like, "Hey Google, how are you?"
She's not on now, though.
Splendid.
Yeah. She's ready, always there to chat. Tell me a joke.
What's a dog's favourite dinosaur film?
I don't know.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. She's great crack. She's mighty crack to have around.
I wonder did that come across in the mic?
Don't know, but we'll have a listen. We'll have a listen later on. But farmers could do with that maybe to be cheered them up a good bit as well.
Yeah. Obviously, you good Wi-Fi. Think about it now. Some farmers aren't out with broadband.
Definitely not.
Because we don't have broadband. You know what? Them air people called to our house actually a couple of weeks ago, and they were a little bit pushy. I kept saying no. I must have said say no 4 times.
Did get commission? You see?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but like, just take the hint. We don't want it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a separate thing. So we don't have. Although the Vodafone's quite good at where I am, so I mostly use the phone. Don't have the Wi-Fi. So yeah. So what do you think about AI? Does it really help you in your job?
Oh yes, it's going because any business that hasn't got AI implemented now are going to be left behind.
Because you obviously want to target certain people for certain things, certain times.
Not even targeting. That's just that's part of marketing. But we use AI. Let's say I'm in retail, web retail. All of our chat bots, which they're called chatbots, they're all AI. So when you go in and go, "Hi, can I ask a question?" AI will write back to you to say, "Yes, what can I help you with?" And whatever you write, AI will generate an answer.
So they'll generate an answer depending on what parameters you set up.
Yeah.
So like simple questions like, do you have like barbecue, whatever?
You sell barbecue tools. Yes, we sell barbecue tools. Here's the link to our barbecue tools.
Okay. But that do you have to set that up, or does that do that automatically?
AI, no, you buy this AI program basically, and the AI scans everything, and it talks like a normal. AI is just mind blowing, man. You can there's going to be no need for singers in the future. There's not going to be any need for writers.
That's happened already, isn't it? A song wasn't they said they wanted the chat GPT or whatever to write a song.
Freddie Mercury is singing new songs. Yeah, like Freddie Mercury's. You can get Freddie Mercury to sing Harry Styles music now. It's just insane. George Michael can sing away there, and
I seen one that came up actually on the internet. I can't remember what I was looking for, but it's actually instead of I think it was on Twitter actually. Someone posted up. So instead now with PowerPoint, there's this other program that's like PowerPoint, but it's like the chat GPT, and you put in what you want your PowerPoint to be, and it'll generate the slides for it. And you have to put in like certain little things or whatever. So if you say like, I don't know what it would be like, motivational talk before a work final or something, and it'll shoot out 10 slides about motivational stuff and whatever.
Oh look, even podcasts. Like I think I did it before, which to show you the power of it. But you could literally write in going, write a JB Waffle Hour podcast, 1 hour long, about this topic, and throw in some fun games along the way. And the podcast hosts are John and Bertie. It will literally write the schedule of how you should run your podcast.
Probably around an hour ago, you probably should have. Maybe we should have done that. Scotty would have been so impressed.
We keep real, man. We keep real. But and it'll time it all out of when you should stop your time in and all that kind of stuff. It's incredible what you can do. Like, let's say James Joyce's Ulysses book.
Yeah.
AI can read that whole book in like half a millisecond.
Like Johnny Five.
Yeah, like Johnny Five. And then write Ulysses 2 in exactly the same style as James Joyce.
So basically, you're never going to know what is real anymore.
No, you won't know anymore.
Because people end up being like lazy, and obviously people want to be famous and get money or whatever.
Yeah.
So people are going to get lazy and write like books. So how are you ever going to know? Is there? Do you know the way when you do a thesis, there's always the thing that about all your sources and everything you have to reference everything.
Yeah.
And then I remember in one of the in the college I was in as well, doing the masters, that it you submitted a project and it like scanned it to see was that pulled from anywhere.
Yeah.
And like you used to get, that's like say 90% clear, because it always pick up like the name or the questions are the same or whatever in what was proposed. So it was never like 100%, but is there going to be a way to figure out whether
that does exist? Yeah, there's like anti-AI programs that will scan how the exact same question format, and if it writes the exact same way, then, because that's the thing, AI is consistent. If you write one question to AI about something, it'll write a full paragraph. If you ask the same question again, it writes the same paragraph. It's not like it forgets what it wrote before. It's always not the same.
If you ask that, if you, like you said, proposed about the podcasting, and you done that same question
again
in a week's time, it writes the same thing. Also, it might be a little bit easier, but then someone's going to come up with a program that's going to be more random.
And someone will just ask AI to create a program. AI can do everything now. AI can, like, they're using AI now to, like DNA analysis.
But I can't write a cow.
No, it definitely couldn't. I'm sure they'll try. But you know the way, like, let's say DNA, and you send off your results to get DNA tested, and it takes like a week for like three researchers to do it.
That ancestry yoke.
Yeah, and they have to like break down the DNA pattern. AI can do that in 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes, like half a millisecond. It's incredible. I'm pretty sure the teacher, we got a report card for Isabel in school, I'm pretty sure the teacher used ChatGPT to talk about, I'm pretty sure, I just read down it.
Like, really chatty or quiet or whatever.
It was all broken down into sentences that it literally is a copy of.
Oh, no.
Because we use ChatGPT in work to write content on, let's say we get a new barbecue in.
Yeah.
We'll say, write 200 words on the Beefeater barbecue tree burner as content for our website. And we'll do it like half a second. And then we just copy and paste it onto our website. Doesn't matter to us. We're not like writers. And it'll write it in the best way possible. And the way that report's written is pretty similar to how it's written on ChatGPT. I swear to God, I put money on it.
Well, there's probably like 30 kids, 20 kids, 30 kids?
15.
So, small school, okay.
Yeah, so handwritten them all.
Alright, but you end up going.
He or she, I don't know. Yeah. Unbelievable.
That's the thing though, like, I mean, in all those things, like, I think we're saying about, I think I said in the podcast already about the history assignment.
Yeah.
And it was quite obvious because the kid's a bit of a dope.
Yeah.
You can't go from having a crap one to like improve that much with it. But I wouldn't like to be a teacher, I suppose, because kids are smart like that.
But it's insane what I can do. Like, you can even draw pictures. Like, you can say, get the logo of JB Waffle Hour, put it on top of the Eiffel Tower.
Some things like that, that's grand. Like, if you want to write, like, I don't know, email stuff. But I think if it goes as far as you getting money for claiming that you've done something you didn't, that's obviously not the right way to use it either.
An event, like, some people will do that. Like, some people, I wouldn't be surprised if you see articles, say, in Goss.ie magazine or something like that, or a wine review on Sunday Independent. I wouldn't be surprised if some of that would be auto-generated. Right. It's the way it's going to go.
That's going to be dodgy. Not the AI I was expecting, but look at
it definitely wasn't the AI I thought I'd be thinking about. I thought we'd be talking about today.
Will we do the chocolate bar World Cup?
Yes.
This is the last round, so it's Dairy Milk Caramel, and you went for the ordinary Aero.
Did you say mint?
No, I never said mint.
All right, okay.
But if I was going to buy an Aero, I would go for mint.
That is true. Yeah.
I like now mint Aero.
Yeah.
So this is just normal chocolate Aero.
Yeah.
This is Nestle. All right. Yeah, and we're doing
Cadbury's.
Yeah. So
Cadbury's Dairy Milk.
Was she a squirrel or a bunny?
She was a bunny.
She's a sexy bunny.
Yeah, used to be. You can't do that anymore, can't you not?
Oh, I haven't actually seen an ad like that in a while.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed. That's sexist.
Okay, so no more sexy bunny.
No.
Wasn't it the tortoise was going? He goes, "Why are you racing around? You know?
Yeah.
Have some chocolate."
I think she was a bunny, yeah.
Now, have you any preconceived ideas about either? Oh, oops, dropped it.
Well, I'm a fan of Mint Arrow.
Why didn't you get the
I
mint
thought
arrow?
this is the original arrow. What came first, the chocolate arrow or mint arrow?
Oh, the chocolate. Because
Yeah.
if you made a mint arrow, why would you take the mint out of it?
Yeah.
You made an ordinary arrow.
That's why I
and
picked it.
then-
I wanted to go with the original arrow.
So, we're on Cadbury's versus Nestle for the last round.
Okay.
Now, so what do you think about the caramel one?
I love Cadbury's caramel.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Look. Pull that off there.
Okay, so caramel, Cadbury's caramel. Okay.
Oh, caramel.
Oh yeah,
Think about the sexy squirrel or the
I
sexy
totally
rabbit.
get sexy rabbit now. But
It's chewy caramel.
it's going to be hard to beat now. Yep. Love it.
Definitely, what I've learned in the Chocolate Bar World Cup is Cadbury's definitely are fond of the colour purple.
Well, it's their brand.
Purple and yellow is on this one.
You know, they have to keep their brand recognition. Same as ISIS. ISIS are always black and white.
That's why we don't use our flag in public.
No, we can't. We're not allowed.
A
Thank God we have a bit of yellow in there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Where's the calories in this? They're so easy to find on all the other ones.
It must be at the back.
Oh, it's because it's from a multi-pack.
It can't be from a multi-pack.
That's from a multi-pack.
Cheap feckers in the shop are breaking up multi-packs.
No, I didn't go to the shop. This is from Dad's stash at home.
Okay, I apologize.
Because you said you couldn't get one in the shop.
Okay.
Now the arrow. Now this is nice, light and fluffy.
I haven't had a chocolate arrow in a while, actually.
No. Well, that's what I'm saying. I always go for the mint arrow.
There's not.
I will say though, I think chocolate is. Do you put your chocolate in the fridge?
No.
No, either do I. But I don't like soft chocolate either.
That's
We've left them out a little bit longer. Just got a little bit on the soft
There's a
side.
bit of heat coming off that laptop. No, there's not.
So I do like the caramel. Like if you had got a mint arrow, I think I would have went with the mint arrow.
Yeah.
Because I do like mint things. Like I like mint ice cream and things like that. The caramel is nice. Oh, I don't know. I'm stuck on this one.
I'm going to go with the caramel.
I'm going to go with the caramel just because the arrow is plain.
Yeah.
Because you got the chocolate.
Well, I ate the arrow and I can still taste the caramel.
Yeah, well, anything that there's things in. Plain chocolate, I think the only plain chocolate has to be Dairy Milk. I think Nestle plain chocolate, even if you get the Easter eggs as Nestle, the plain chocolate isn't as nice as the Dairy Milk chocolate. This is a 36 gram bar, so this is a full size bar on the Aero, where the other one's from a multi-pack. Yeah, you see that is 807 calories.
Say again?
807 calories. Oh no, sorry.
Couldn't be right.
I read it wrong. 193 kcal, sorry. I read
Jesus.
the wrong one.
You see every
right.
weightlifter eating packs of them every day.
Yeah, so 193 calories. I assume the one with caramel has more calories. It's funny though that that's one of the things. Like, why? Just because it's in a multi-pack and it's obviously wrote on the wrapper, it should be on individual.
It should be, they're obviously dodging some kind of regulation there.
But they definitely had the better ads. But I noticed as well, I think Scotty said in one of the weeks, that there's not really ads on telly anymore. Now,
I think after 9 o'clock you can only promote fatty foods and stuff like that.
Oh, is it? Is that the thing now?
I think it is now. Yeah, you're not allowed to promote chocolate.
On telly now, most of the ads are just ads for other shows on that channel.
Yeah.
There's not actual ads.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a chocolate. Now, I know many people don't watch ads anymore anyway, because you probably record things or you pause it while you went to the toilet or make tea or whatever and come back and fast forward. But, like, that's a classic ad.
Yeah.
With the rabbit.
Yeah.
I think it was a rabbit. It wasn't a squirrel.
I don't know. Maybe it was a bit of both.
I'll give that a quick Google there. Let's see. What is it? The caramel bunny, is it?
Caramel bunny.
Advert.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a bunny, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's there. 1982 to 1985.
That'd be good.
Jeez, didn't think that ad was that old.
Yeah, she must have been an old bunny at the end of that.
Old bunny, yeah. So yeah, we're going with the caramel one, is it?
Yep. Caramel.
Excellent. Right, so we're on to the waffle again.
It's that time, you know the name. It's the reason we all came. Find the words that are the same. It's that time to play the waffle game.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Two of us.
Well, yeah. So I have the questions for you.
Okay.
I hope you're going.
Is it about? Hopefully not about AI, is it? Because
it's about my AI.
Oh God.
No, it's not. No. I'll time you 30 seconds. Is that so?
Yep.
See, clock up there. Stopwatch. Okay, so we do. Will we do it at a timer?
Yeah.
So we go
Countdown. Perfect.
Okay, so we'll put that back just to make it a little bit more intense when we can see the clock going down.
Battery dead in the camera.
Sure, we'll make. I got a video out of. I got 4 videos out of. I think 6 minutes of footage last week.
Nice work.
Because my battery died as well. Oh shit! Did you see the subject?
No, I didn't, unfortunately.
Okay. So, John, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to give me 5 keywords on Centre Parks.
God. Longford. Forest. Park. Trees. Lodges. Roads. Bicycles. Kids. Adults. Beer. Swimming pool. Zip line. Archery. Ireland. UK. Belgium.
There's your time up there.
Okay, what'll I get? That was longer than I thought.
30 seconds. You actually done quite well.
Yes, score.
Would it be one of your highest ones?
Maybe.
Now there's a controversial one in here, right?
Okay, go.
So you got Longford.
Yep.
You got archery.
Nice.
And now you said about bicycles.
Yeah.
I had cycling.
I see it is. Yeah, I think, but it's in the genre.
Okay. And then you said the swimming pool.
Yeah.
I had the aqua spa.
And which is a swimming pool, so that's
Okay.
fine.
So the only one you're missing.
Yeah.
You got 4 out of 5 then. Is Dutch.
Dutch.
Yeah, apparently a Dutchman came up with the concept.
So it's a Dutch company. I thought it was a UK company.
No, I just looked it up earlier on because I needed to put a curveball in for you. I couldn't go.
It was a proper
just
curveball, to
handy
be
one.
fair.
Like, if you put zip line, I think that was going to be too handy.
Yeah.
So it was a Dutchman that had a chain of outdoor pursuit shops, camping shops, and set up like a camping site for his employees.
Right.
And then that camping site like turned into like a camping site for everybody. Then he started doing activities and stuff. And then I think a European company bought it, and then the Centre Parks in the UK and Ireland is owned by some Scottish companies.
Right.
They're owned by someone else.
Interesting.
And you can go back and fact check that, but it's something like that anyway.
That's interesting, actually. I'm happy I lost that 1 point because I learned.
I almost got 5 out of 5 this morning.
Right.
On Ian Dempsey's one.
All right.
So they had famous limes.
All right. Liam Hemsworth, not them lads.
Yeah, that was one of them. You don't want to rattle through a couple of
Liam Hemsworth, Liam from One Direction, what's his name?
Oh, he wasn't.
Wasn't it?
No, I said him too.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson's name.
Liam. That's only Liam's I know.
Oh, I think actually Liam Payne was in it. Was it? It was
Liam Payne.
Liam Neeson, Liam Hemsworth, Liam Payne must have been Liam Gallagher.
Liam Gallagher, yeah.
And then the one I thought, because they throw in a curveball as well, was Liam McCarthy.
Who's he?
He's what the hurling or Ireland trophies.
Yeah, I was going to say he's the cup, isn't he?
Yeah, so I think that was a little bit harsh on one because you would never pick, because when you say people named Liam, you're thinking about people.
Yeah.
You're not really thinking about trophies and stuff.
I suppose Liam was real, wasn't he, back in his day?
He was at some point, but you're thinking about current.
Yeah.
Although they did only say like famous names, so I don't know.
All right, very good.
Now, do you want to go on? Do you have any shell bombs? Or do you have any?
I have a shell bomb.
Oh, you have a shell bomb.
Yeah, very interesting one actually.
Oh, well, what is your shell bomb?
Okay, so let me see here. Only 4 words in the English language end with deuce or douse. D-O-U-S.
Like ounce?
Yeah, like horrendous.
Oh, is ounce one?
Horrendous, tremendous, hazardous, and stupendous. There's only 4 words in the English language that have us at the end. It sounds like more, doesn't it?
I don't know. What other one? Well, I would have thought ounce obviously isn't the right thing.
Horrendous. Us.
Horrendous.
Us. Yeah. So, and with O-U-S at the end. There's only 4 words.
And then, you probably don't know the answer to this, but what other endings is more popular?
Ings.
things like bring,
Yeah.
ling,
Bringing, getting, having.
Oh, okay. So there's that. Okay.
Tons.
So that might be more popular.
Computering, driving. We can go on forever. TV watching.
That's true. Okay. I have the Chinese.
What about them?
Great bunch of lads.
Great gang of lads, sorry.
They have invented many things apparently.
Right.
But one of the more common things that they've invented, they invented paper,
Alright.
and they also invented the wheelbarrow.
Alright, two things to be weird to be inventing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they invented a lot more things.
No, I'd say they copied it.
The wheelbarrow.
Wherever people invented, they copied it, I'd say.
Like, I think inventing things is always an interesting thing because, you know what you say about the AI and stuff. I mean, is it going to cut down on like people like inventing things or researching things? Are we going to be, and I said it before in the podcast, I think, are we just going to end up being the fat people in the flowy shirts?
We are, yeah. Like the
Is that where we're going?
more AI can do all these smart people things, you're going to see less people going to college because it's like, what's the point going to learn this in college when an AI can do it in half a second? Or why would I get my PhD?
Or actually doing a lot of your coursework through that then.
Yeah.
You know, and getting away with it.
So the only thing you should be learning in college right now is how to program AI. If you're learning to be an astrophysicist, it's a waste of time because AI will be able to prove all your theories.
So you think about the wheelbarrow, right? So
Yeah.
wheelbarrow is obviously one wheel, and you know, like so if you think about the person who invented that, and you think about if that was never invented, and people are like, I'm carrying these things around, and you know, or I'm pushing on a sled or something. If they just went and asked AI to invent something easier to carry things from A to B, and it invented the wheelbarrow. That would cut out on a lot of people.
Definitely would. And those days, that day will come. You'll ask it to invent something to bring A to B, and it'll invent it with schematics of how to build it and everything.
Oh, so that, I don't know.
I think AI. Do you remember when humans came along, and there was that point where we were cavemen, and then there was like dinosaurs and tigers,
Yeah.
and then humans started evolving into this. Oh, they had a weapon. Oh, I have a tool now.
Yeah.
This is AI. We're looking at AI now, looking at a hammer, and going, I can make things this. So I think AI is going to be the dominant race.
But as is the theory with everything, there's always somebody that's going to use it for evil.
Yeah.
Because all those infinity rings or infinity stones was a specific reason to like help people, and then they fell into the hand,
the wrong hands
of the wrong person, and used it for evil. So I think AI is probably going to be one of those things.
Elon Musk says that AI is more dangerous than nuclear weapons.
Okay.
And I trust him.
There's a shell bomb to finish up.
Shell bomb.
We can finish on that.